And now, the new plastic and electricity, Marco Astorri.
Well, I'm a biomaker. I'm very happy. I discovered this today. Ours is an incredible story, but we are presenting a very nice product. I founded this company in 2007. My first objective was to produce biopolymers, but in a very, very different way. We were producing microchips and silicon and transponders. We were asked to replace the normal plastic material with something that was not paper but real biodegradable product. So we started up a new project looking for materials for the future. Immediately we fell in love with the true reason why we were investing time and money, i.e. to try and find something in nature in order to create products. This is a sentence we found in South America. So God always forgives men, sometimes nature ever. This is something incredible. So this was a good starting point. In fact, in 2007 we started finding patents around the world so as to create bioplastic of the future, real biodegradable plastic. As a non-scientist, for a whole year, we found incredible things that were hidden. We discovered that it was possible to use agricultural waste to create biopolymers, something that was at an embryonal stage, so there was no industrial process. I am from Bologna. As you can hear from my accent, I discovered that there was so much waste. And so, for example, we had a kind of molasses that is used to create alcohol, and we discovered that bacteria, in a very natural way, through fermentation, are able to produce a reserve of energy. The white spots inside the bacteria are energy reserves, and for us this was very precious. Great magnification bacteria have white spots, so they are energy reserves stored in the form of polymeric chains. These polymeric chains can actually reproduce any type of plastic known today obtained from fuel. So these bacteria were eating agricultural waste, and this polyester was completely natural. So we discovered that actually plastic has been there for millions of years, so you don't have to look at the plastic as we know it today. Real plastic, the one of this remote control, the one of computers and mobile phones. At last it was possible to obtain natural plastic created by nature, created by bacteria. So we immediately started creating an industrial process because we had to produce a lot of material. We saw that one of the major problems of the produce of biopolymers is that they use a high amount of chemical solvents. We can extract the white spots through steam and mechanical methods, so without using organic solvents, so in a very natural way. And then these microscopic balls are a white powder that is extruded for the typical tool. And we realized that for us this was a new world. Wired devoted the cover to us, and then it was a series of incredible success stories. And we are in Switzerland, Germany, and the United States with this technology, and today we discover the possibility to reproduce many types of plastics, for example nylon, polyamide, polyethylene, one of the first products that we created was the replacement of polycarbonate, one of the most expensive plastics. This is a lamp designed by stock, produced by Floss. This is the first with polycarbonate, starting from agricultural waste, from waste carbon. We managed to create a kind of plastic that can replace polycarbonate, 100% biodegradable. Why? Because the plastic we produce is produced by bacteria without solvents, and so in the end, the object that I build, if it is put under soil, in the water, it is reaggressed by other bacteria, and they transform this into an organic matter. So this material goes back into nature. And this is a great advantage, because if you look, biodegradable objects, they can only be composted. For example, a plastic, to be really biodegradable, it should be biodegradable in water. So chemistry for the future comes from nature. And so there are other worlds. So chemistry in the future comes from nature. We think whatever we are doing now is simply a way of supporting bacteria. Bacteria produce plastic. So we realized that week after week, that by copying nature, we could actually develop incredible things. One of the newest sectors is transitory electronics. So we want to identify problems in the field of electronics to solve them in a very eco-sustainable way. These are examples to make you reflect, to make you understand how positive it is to copy nature. There's a miner who copied the fish of the abyss, the same jets in the 50s had major problems of air conditioning. Technicians and engineers and designers had to copy the natural air vents of birds of prey. They were able to solve all the problems. Then there is another incredible and fantastic example. This is alpine thistle. So it's incredible to imagine what was obtained. So a 50-year-old gentleman who has become extremely rich in Switzerland discovered that this particular kind of thistle is attached very closely to the hair of his dog, and so that he invented Velcro. So Velcro comes from thistle. So we are always trying to keep this in mind. This is Rome. I would like to make you reflect upon a problem that we would like to do. This is Pope Ratzinger. We are in Rome 2005. A picture. I don't know whether you saw this in the papers. This was the people waiting for the announcement for the new Pope. This year, a new Pope was elected in 2013, Pope Francis. And I would like to show you what has changed in 8 years. So in 2005, there was one nun with a cellular phone on the right-hand side. In 2013, all had electronic devices. It's great because it means that it's possible to enhance reality, so you can communicate. But these objects were not there 8 years ago, and they represent a problem. Keep in mind that today, 50 million tons per year of electronic waste end up in the environment, and then they have to be recycled, disposed of. It's a lot. So, for example, I'm not talking about biopolymers. 300 million tons of plastic is produced every year. 1/6 is for electronic devices, for the world that you know very well. That is a major problem, a major issue. Very difficult, because replacing plastic in the world of electronics is not like replacing a case or replacing an inanimate object with passive functions. Just to give you two practical examples of the challenge to make you understand how important the work that we are doing is, I can only tell you that in order to help you reflect, this is a windmill, so everybody seems to be against wind energy. Of course, oil lobbies say it's not possible to produce wind energy. These windmills are very bad for the environment. That's true. However, we realized that in 10 years, 250 gigawatts per year of electric energy from wind power, corresponding to 90 nuclear plants. In 10 years, we avoided 90 plants. This is a challenge that can be taken up by exploiting and harnessing nature. What about the energy of the sun? Ooh, people are so mad about sun energy of sun. Some people are very, very critical. Everybody says that efficiency is so low. Photovoltaic panels do not work properly, that we will never be able to exploit this democratic source of energy. We do not agree. This is one of our challenges, but think of how many problems could be solved in 1 hour. The sun gives the energy that we human beings consume in 1 year, in 1 hour. Well, this is a challenge. Of course, we have to try and improve the things in the future. So we are dealing with these issues on a daily basis. Today, here on this event, I would like to introduce a new device that we developed together with a university. This starts from, for example, this fantastic biopolymer that will probably replace traditional plastic. So we have understood that it's possible to create electroconductive bioplastic. So by adding a nanotube made of graphene, bioplastic, thanks to its peculiarities, can also become conductors of plastic shields. And now plastic can also become a conduit. Bioplastic carrying electricity opens up incredible scenarios. So we're going to communicate this to at 5 p.m. around the world with Business Wire. And just to make you understand how many things can be developed, and you will have to be developed. So we have created the material. We're going to develop the material even further. And in the future, there will be flexible microprocessors or biodegradable or sensors. For example, they can be put in the plants or the human bodies because they will be biodegradable. Or, for example, the e-paper. E-paper is great. So, for example, electroconductive plastic can be used for incredible devices, flexible devices, and thinner, not stiff. Ooh. And the world of smartphones, a new generation of smartphones, thinner and thinner, and they become part of our body. This is what we have done and what we are presenting today. This is a premiere late in the afternoon around the world to allow all the people who have great ideas to develop these ideas, starting from intelligent materials in order to avoid problems for the future. So life after plastic. Thank you.